Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. If you've been watching the markets, you know that 2025 was a rough ride for the wind energy. But in the last few days, we've seen a massive shift in the momentum across the United Kingdom, Germany, and for the United States. For investors in pure play installers like Cadeler or engineering giants like Aker Solutions, these are not just headlines, they are a massive green light for the order books. And let's have a look on the fresh news that came up. And the first one is that the UK awards 8.4 gigawatts of offshore wind capacity in a record-breaking round. Have a look. The result is the biggest single procurement of offshore wind energy in UK and European history, which points to a major vote confidence in the United Kingdom's offshore wind industry. And just to show you the scale, look, this auction round, known as AR7, has secured a record capacity of 8.4 gigawatts of offshore wind, which will generate enough clean electricity to power the equivalent of 12 million homes. This result puts the UK firmly on track to achieve its clean power mission by 2030, which includes at least 43 gigawatts of offshore wind. So more to come. Okay, let's move to the next news that came up recently. The heading is Vattenfall Greenlights German offshore wind projects after permit approval. So the Swedish utility company Vattenfall has now taken the full final investment decision for the Nordlicht offshore wind cluster with a capacity of over 1.6 gigawatt. So what's more important is that the construction of the wind farms is planned to begin in this year already, with Nordlicht 1 set to become the Germany's largest offshore wind project. Monopile installation for the project is scheduled to start in the third quarter of this year again, while Nordlicht 2 will follow approximately 1 year later. Both wind farms are expected to be operational in 2028. So, construction starts this year, and for the companies like Aker Solutions, who specialize in complex offshore substations and engineering, this is exactly the kind of large-scale European activity that they would like to see. And the next news that was released a few days ago, the court sides with Orsted as US offshore wind project restart approved. So the United States federal judge has allowed Danish offshore wind developer Orsted to resume work on its almost completed Revolution wind project, which the Trump administration halted along with 4 other projects. So for me, who is closely following the company Cadeler, you probably know that one of the ships of the company is involved into this Revolution wind project. But on top of that, this is a critical psychological win for the industry in general, and it shows that despite political headwinds, the legal and economic momentum of this project is becoming harder to stop. So all this news, why are they important to me, who closely watches the wind energy sector? Because I'm interested in 2 companies that I follow, which is Cadeler and Aker Solutions. And for instance, Cadeler operate the world's largest fleet of jackup installation vessels. And these record-breaking UK and German projects are not just plans anymore. So they are becoming potential physical construction sites for the company. And Cadeler's massive backlog, which already sits near 3 billion of euros, is perfectly positioned to capture this new wave of turbine and foundation installations. And by the way, the last time I made the video about the Cadeler, the company stock price moved quite quite a lot. I think it was sitting around 47 Norwegian crowns and now it's 54-ish, so 15% move. And then speaking about the company Aker Solutions, while they've recently adjusted their headcount to stay lean, these project approvals are the fuel for their transition from oil and gas to renewables. As these 1 gigawatt plus farms move into the execution phase, the demand for Aker's high voltage substations and engineering expertise is only going up. And let's also track how much of the revenue is forming the wind energy or renewable energy of the company Aker Solutions. So let's have a look at their historical trend. The company has seen a rapid acceleration in its wind and renewables revenue over the last few years. So coming back to 2020, where it was roughly 6% of revenue, and then going up, and today it forms roughly 1/3, which was a target for the company. And the next move for the company will be that they are going to reach 2/3 target by 2030. So the renewables is the focus for the Aker Solutions. To sum up what we've just seen, all this news, we can see that the sentiment is clearly shifting, that the industry has adjusted to the higher costs and governments are finally providing the right incentives. And we are not just talking about the recovery anymore, we are looking at the acceleration. And guys, I would like to know from you as well if you're following these two companies or any other wind energy player, so we could discuss it in the comments section. Alright, that's it for today. Thank you for watching this video and I'll see you in the next ones.